Tonight on Bottom Mir, Hildie needs to stop fondling the orb. Silence, clanker. And everyone has their moment. It was a bit of a slower Bottom Mir for me, but...
I mean, you also forgot that Hildie fondled Keeper's head.
You know,
I know what I said. I said what I said.
Right.
I think that falls under silence, clanker, but you know, that is a point of improvement. I'll remember that next time. Remember to add Hildie was a ranch sandwich.
It was a wrap. Thank you.
Ranch wrap? Oh, that's just too poetic. Can't have that.
It's not poetry, it's alliteration. Get the literary device correct. See, language is like a potato.
You peel the outer layer and it gets really mushy on the inside.
Oh. Well, between trauma, potatoes, and ranch, I guess that's where we're starting. Who
There's your
wants to give a
trauma,
brief
potatoes,
recap?
and ranch. Oh my! There's your title.
Cheese was forgotten. You know, we are Bottom Mir is slowly becoming, or not, Bottom Mir in general is slowly becoming wrapped up into a perfect baked potato. We're getting ranch, we're getting cheese, we're getting trauma. I mean, and the potatoes.
But no bacon?
Just missing. We're getting there. That'll probably when we go to the druids.
I didn't know the druids just ate bacon. That seems slightly antithetical to being a druid, but
I guess more of they transform into. But anyway.
Okay. Yep, I get it.
But anyway, who wants to give a brief recap? I know it was mostly RP and a bit more of some lore dumping-ish setup, but...
We kept sailing. Hildie told Anderos about her visit from Lily. He told her about his talk with Umberlee. Seabreeze had a very touching moment with Fairtale when Fairtale offered to essentially write Seabreeze's history so that she has a place saved in history for her, which was extremely touching and wonderful. We turned on Keeper's head and found out he is no longer subservient to Soros and seems to be willing to help us on the promise that we get him a body back and get him eventually back to the lab and also show him more sky. Anderos found that Amos had not died of seasickness down in the hold of the ship, but instead was just praying hard that he would understand why he's there. And they promised to talk over dinner sometime about what his actual story is. Amos was then visited by Lathander. Lathander told him essentially he didn't think he was deserving of a second chance. Amos thought he was a demon and then got his powers taken away, and eventually convinced or otherwise... convinced Lathander to show his true face as opposed to what he was asked to tell him from Selûne, and left him with a blessing or something. Essentially just told him, hey, you could have a new life, but also you do you, man. Seabreeze was visited by Echo, who requested she rejoin their number, and she said no. He then said, okay, well, we don't have a problem killing brothers and sisters, so keep an eye on Fairtale. And disappeared. And finally, Selûne showed up, and she and Anderos yelled at each other. She told him that he should take his reward and live happily in the next world. He told her, fuck off. She went, you're gonna kill you and everyone else on this voyage fated for oblivion. And he said, yeah, fuck you. And yeah, then she left.
Sorry, I guess that does sum it up pretty nicely. It's just the entire conversation was like her trying to plead her case, and Anderos just middle fingering the entire time.
As is tradition.
Yes. He had some arguments, and she had some arguments, and they were all somewhat valid, but ultimately it was, I don't like you for what you did to me. And she said, but we could go to a time where you don't remember that. And he went, ha ha ha, okay, great.
Like I said, her view of the world is vastly different in terms of the scope she sees and has seen and what she's trying to convey. Right or wrong, so that's entirely up to you and your character's interpretation of it, but
yep,
such is the nature of this world. You found out another 2 effects, I think, from the last session of the dragon's curses as well. Hildie also mounted Keeper's Head to her turret, which we will eventually get some stats for what that will do to it.
Oh, we don't know what it does yet. Okay.
Nope, I haven't quite figured out what I want to do with it yet in terms of the upgrade. Still working on that part, apart from it being a sentient turret.
Okay.
Still figuring that out. Ren
Powered by the multi-tool, correct? That's what we decided?
Yeah. It like I said, I still have a plan for if you give up your, like, basically consuming either the charge on your I haven't figured out the detail. Like, consuming the charge on your multi-tool or consuming something with the multi-tool will allow the turret to do something in its place.
Okay.
Either, like, my thought being is it'll let you basically replicate the effect of the multi-tool's spell effect through the turret.
Mm-hmm.
So it just gives it extra range by essentially allowing Keeper to channel it Keeper to channel it for you. But as I said, I haven't worked out the details yet. Just trying to focus on a few other things as well. Still working out.
What, you mean you didn't drop everything to perfect my Keeper turret gun?
I mean,
come on, man.
Still work in progress. I still have to also figure out and talk to Bushred about what Amos's ability will be at some point.
At some point.
Once you have an idea of what you may want or how you want your role to fit in the party, I can kind of start designing something story-wise and flavor-wise to fit your character, to have you on par with everyone else. So they all have these unique gifts of sorts. You got a little more a small amount of insight on Tyrone a little bit. And then Ren and Orin were also working on making themselves hats of disguise, because they are, a slight bit recognizable considering who they are in Jerirag. So they were working on that. You were working on sending stones, and I think that was pretty much it. I want to say that was day 4-ish. Memory serves.
Sounds
That sounds
right.
about right, yeah.
So I'd say there's probably another, 2 days if we really want to stretch it as far as actions on the boat. I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to do RP-wise, or if you want to hand-wave him into Jerirag. I guess I kind of leave that option up to you. Do you want to do a little more RP over a day or two, or do we want to push forward further on? It'll still be RP, obviously, in Jerirag, just whether or not you want the isolated scenario of the boat.
I think Anderos wanted to have a conversation with basically everybody. He wanted to, at some point, get the whole group together and just have a chat. So I don't know if that happens today, if it happens a couple days. Maybe it happens the day before we get to Jerirag. He kind of gathers everyone, and this would be, honestly, even including the the crew of the ship. So not just our companions and people who know us, but basically everyone on the ship.
Okay. Do you want to do it this day, or do you want to wait till like kind of the eve of, or the day of getting Jerirag kind of deal?
I think he'd probably do it like maybe a day or so out from Jerirag, so it wouldn't be exactly the same day we got in, but he just wants to.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he just wants to have a chat with everybody. Kind of make sure everyone's on understanding and on board with what we're getting into.
All right. Did anyone else then have anything they want to do before that? So we can say that takes place. We'll say this like we're entering the 5th day. We'll say there's that day. We'll say at the end of this day is when you'd give that speech, and then the 6th day is when you'd arrive. We'll say afternoonish to Jerirag. So I think we said about a week, right? So 6 days. Was it a week or a week and a half?
A week. With Anderos propelling them, it was going to take about a week.
Okay, so I guess we can say 7 days technically. So I guess today would be 7 days total, roughly, for the week. But
I think we had lost 1 day because of the lack of sleep and Anderos not being able to use the winds. So yeah, give or take a day.
So we'll say on the 6th day, then you give the speech. So 5th day, is there anything anyone wants to do specifically? And I know Hildie's probably going to roll for the orb, which is why I also kind of want to catalog these, just so that if you want to potentially learn the effects.
Yeah, I was hoping to do that. You want me to go ahead and do that now?
Yeah, we'll say it's already the morning of the 5th day. We'll go ahead and roll and see what effect.
Just for posterity.
Posterity, and that's how you're going to learn.
Oh, it's a new one. That's a 6.
Okay. Courage and fear. Whenever a creature comes within 30 feet of you, roll a wisdom saving throw. You become frightened by the creature until the artifact is unattuned. If you fail the saving throw. Succeeding will make you immune to fear from that specific creature for 24 hours or until you've unattuned. Fear will strike you in the weirdest of places. Everything. Friends, foes, family. They're all out to get you.
Oh, this sounds like it'll be great for her. Okay, so let's go through that again. Whenever a creature comes within 30 feet, roll a whiz save. Then what?
On a fail, you become frightened of the creature until the artifact is unattuned. If you are successful, you are immune to that fear effect from the specific creature for 24 hours, or, again, until you unattune, then that immunity wears off.
Any creature. Wow, that
Any
sucks.
creature.
Okay.
It is fear, borderline paranoia. So considering you're on a small ship, I imagine you're going to be rolling it for everything.
Goody. But I only have to do it once, right?
Yes.
Like, for that person?
Yes. Once for that person. Within 24 hours. If you stay attuned over 24 hours, and you still stay attuned with that curse, then you'll have to roll again. But
So, I just want to be clear about something. Like, when I'm acquiring these curses, like, is Hildie, like, does she know that these effects that she's feeling are a result of her attuning to this orb? Like, she's able to put 2 and 2 together, right?
yeah.
The reason that I ask is because I want to be sure that it's not metagamey to say that if this is the effect that she has, and Anderos is calling this round table, she would unattune before the meeting.
I mean, Grund explained that these are the effects, and you have noticed that these ill feelings and omens come from attuning with the orb.
Okay.
It's kind of there is a level of RPing it to an extent of, it's, the music is very odd for the discussion, but that the effects are there. But they're like insidious whispers in your ear. It's hard to shake the truth and what they are. The effects are real. Like, you are feeling this effect. How can I describe it? It's like, being kind of like a fear, like like as one would be like afraid of the dark or something, right? Like, you know, there's probably nothing there, but it still eats away at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of nibble. Like it puts, like, you know, it's effects of the orb, but it plants seeds of doubt no matter what it does. Like, is it really just the orb, or is this an extension of like what, like, is it drawing something on you too,
Mm-hmm.
or out of you?
Just the thing that Hildie's fragile psyche needs. Thank you, Salty.
So yeah, if you want to stay tuned to it, we're gonna have to do some rolls when it comes to the because the meeting would be the next day, since I forgot it was the 5th day.
Oh, if the meeting is happening on day 6, then
Yeah.
it would be a fresh roll. So because she attunes every
Okay.
night. Or unattunes.
Just to save us
Oh,
space,
and-
unless you're gonna interact with anyone else, we won't do the rolls yet.
Yeah.
Because I doubt you're gonna stay tuned all night, so it's not a huge deal at the moment unless you want to role play it, but or if you plan to
No.
interact with anyone.
No, I mean, I think the only people that would be I think that the only people that she would really interact with would be her dad and Ren, since they're working on the sending stones.
I mean, you can roll for them.
Yeah, why not? Just for fun. I don't have any, like, I don't have disadvantage or anything.
Nope.
Okay. So hold on. I am a person who knows how to play D&D properly and always has her character sheet up and ready.
Uh-huh.
You roll wisdom saves with advantage, Miss Gnome.
I do. Okay. Oh no. Okay, so for Ren I rolled a nat 1. And for Orin I rolled a 16.
Those both fail.
Did you
Oh,
roll
great.
with an advantage?
Oh no, I actually didn't. Thank you.
The thing
Sorry,
I
rolled
literally just told you?
No, look, I rolled 2 dice at once and I got confused because I assigned them. But okay, let's try that again. Oh, okay, that's much better. That nat 1 turned into a nat 20, and then Orin's is a 26. No, I'm sorry, a 25.
Jeez. Okay. All right. Well, yes, those will then succeed. The fear nibbles at your mind. You kind of look up at Ren and your father, and that maybe that little shadow of a doubt crosses your mind is fear of them, fear for them is really indistinguishable. And it kind of gnaws at you for a bit before you just shake your head and kind of come back to the reality of you sitting down with the stones in hand, working around the table like you and your dad had done for years before. And the fear eases away a little bit.
And then Von Shin rushes into the room and starts acting like a jackass.
That's not his curse this time, so that's the only reason he gets to act so weird is you take his, then he knows you've seen what he sees, and he gets very excited. But all right, what about anyone else? What is everyone else doing on this day, if anything? All right. If no response, then I will assume it's kind of a relatively peaceful day, apart from people kind of working, kind of coasting the ship along. This time, no visits by Selûne, though for some, perhaps, the conversations she had through whatever guise or vision she sent to you still may linger in your mind. As to what effects, what ramifications it holds on you, that is for you to decide. If her words sway you, is the thought of a better life tempting? Or do you still strive to be the heroes of a doomed world? As night falls, I imagine Hildie unattunes.
Yes.
And like I said, we can always kind of RP it outside the context if you do want to roll for other characters and have interactions with them, but it sounds like you kind of locked yourself mostly in the room with Orin and Red to work on the stones anyway.
Yeah.
All right. I guess go ahead and roll me now for the 6th today.
Day 6. Okay. So we have 2, 5, and 7 left to uncover. That's a 2! Ha! I don't know why I'm excited about this. This is probably going to be terrible.
Desire and obsession.
Oh, oh no.
Why should you ever let this go? The power of the orb, it's intoxicating. And everyone else just wants it for themselves. A thought crosses your mind. Yes. Yes. You must have it. No one else can. You need to destroy one of the hats of disguise that was made by Ren and Orin.
What, as in I feel a compulsion to do this?
Yep.
Oh, good.
It's not your work. Your work is better. You obviously are better. With the orb, you could make something far better. Theirs is paltry. It really should be destroyed. You are affected by this compulsion, similar to a gaze. You can resist the temptation. The longer you resist, the more effects it will have on you, including potentially quite a bit of damage. And you cannot willingly unattune until the goal has been completed.
Oh,
you are not
fuck me.
unconscious.
That sucks. That really fucking sucks. Well, I mean, she would definitely resist at first, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that she would find the compulsion at first to just be a really fucked up intrusive thought, and she would try not to give it any credence, just try to shoo it away.
So in your first resistance, you take 9 psychic damage, and the compulsion ebbs away for a little bit.
Okay. 9?
Mm-hmm. And just because we're in this bit of a time lapse, you will take this damage every hour, and it will continue to escalate.
Oh. Okay. So I'm good for math. So is it 9 every hour, or are you rolling something? I'm just trying to see how long.
No, it is 1d10. Like, it adds a d10 every hour.
Oh,
the longer you
holy
resist
fuck.
its pull, it will do more damage until it knocks you out.
I mean, I think that she's gonna fight it. I don't think that is a desire that she would succumb to, because I think that she would, even as strong as she's feeling it, I'm sure that she's able to figure out that this is caused by the orb somehow, and she wants to resist it.
Again, that's why it exists. You know, you know the effect is there is that compulsion from it, but it is that nagging shadow of a doubt that does compel it forward. That
yeah, I'm thinking that she, I mean, obviously resisting, fucking hurts, and she doesn't like it, but also, fuck magical compulsion, and, her entire thing lately is that she is over, not having any control over her life, and, she's not going to let this thing tell her what to do, so,
okay.
She'll grin and bear it.
All right. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before I start rolling damage until basically Hildie gets knocked out then?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen.
Nope, I'm good.
Nope.
And are you kind of bearing this suffering in silence, or are you still working with Ren and Orin? Because they will definitely be very concerned when they see you start wincing in pain and teetering.
I mean, I think that she would be her method of dealing with uncomfortable shit is hyper focusing on whatever project she has. So yeah, I think that she would try to work through the pain. So Orin and Fran are probably witnessing her like trying to grin and bear it and not outwardly show how uncomfortable she is. But she's probably not doing a very good job of hiding it.
We will say then, if no one has anything else to say, after that first hour, second hour rolls around and that temptation pulls at you stronger than before. In fighting it, you take 19 psychic damage.
Ouch.
Orb is mad at you.
It's a growing obsession. It gets worse and worse the longer you put it out of your mind and try not to do it.
Yeah.
So there is still some tweaking I have to do potentially, so this may or may not get changed, but
Mm-hmm.
can't learn without at least trying and seeing how it plays out at least. Second hour rolls around, third hour starts appearing again, stronger. Even still, the compulsion seems to try and force itself upon you. You want the credit for their work. You could build it better. Get rid of it. Do you resist again?
Hildie's
yes,
never really Hildie has never really been one to like having credit isn't really something that's all that important to her. Like, she's more interested in the science than whether or not her name is attached to whatever comes out of it. So the fact that this specifically is the thought that is needling its way into her mind right now, like, she feels it and she feels that compulsion, but also it's bullshit, and she knows that it's bullshit because this is not something that she would normally care about. So yeah, I think she's still resisting.
I'm not saying it has to be something you normally care about. Like I said, these are just failings mentality. Like, it's supposed to highlight things that you may not actually care about, but it's amplifying something that you maybe you've pushed away, or you don't even realize it, or perhaps you don't actually suffer it, so it tries to draw that out.
Mm-hmm.
So 26 psychic.
Jesus. So am I going to start making death saving throws if I hit 0?
Nope. Once you hit death saving throw, which is going unconscious, it will unattune.
Okay.
So that is the only way it will unattune. Well, there's two ways it'll unattune: is completing whatever it seems to be compelling you to do, or not being knocked unconscious. Though I guess technically I will clarify, going to sleep is not going to be classified as being knocked unconscious, as it will wake you back up.
Yeah.
Through the pain. Sleep will not count in terms of unattuning for it. Like, falling unconscious through damage or forced means kind of deal.
So,
like, if someone forcibly puts you to sleep or knocks you out. So you could have someone try to non-lethally knock you out.
Yeah.
But you don't technically know that it'll remove
Right. Well, Anderos, depending on when this round table of yours is supposed to happen,
I'd expect it'd probably be around midday again. Probably waiting toward the midday meal when at least everyone is, the ship is sailing comfortably.
am I going to make it that far?
Who knows?
I mean, I'd say if you got up around, we'll say around 8 or whatever ish, give or take, to attune to it. It's been 3 hours since, so 11 o'clock. So depending on how much HP you have, I don't know if you'll make it to mid-afternoon.
Right now, I'm at 56.
Okay. Well, the next roll will be 40-10. So one of the next, it won't kill you on this next one, but the one after is very
The one
likely to
after,
put you unconscious.
Haven't you been preparing cure wounds?
Actually, I have been preparing cure wounds.
You also have a 9th level one in the orb.
Yes, I do.
Ah.
I do have that. That is a thing that I have.
May I gently also remind that the damage as I've got built will escalate, meaning it could just outright kill you
I mean,
if you let it grow.
Science. There's only one way to test it.
That was not what I expected.
She's got 110 HP. If we're gonna meta this, she's gotta take at least 170 damage in one go. She can survive for a while.
That would be, what, 17 hours at minimal, so on average, you're probably looking at about a day-ish, like a full 24 hours, which would be 24 D10 to reliably probably outright kill her in one shot.
Well, I'm not gonna cheese it that much, but I would like to at least stay conscious through this round table. Because she is going to keep resisting, but also I would rather not die before we're able to have this discussion. So
Alright, I may have to rewrite this one a little bit. I did not expect the mechanic mortality to be, I'm just going to heal through it and maybe almost off my character. We'll see.
Hey, I just need to last for a couple of hours. And then I'll let it kill me, and then we can move on. It's simple.
Oh boy.
Themor, time to wrest the orb from Hildie's hands again.
No, fuck you. We are now at the point where, like, Hildie is Gollum and the orb is the precious.
My point only grows.
I mean, if Themor were to notice, he could try forcibly take it from you again and see what happens.
And then he gets obsession. Oh boy.
They wouldn't be obsessed with it. Themor does not believe anything is more powerful than him.
Tell that to your wisdom
Themor,
saves.
you become obsessed with yourself. Go stare at the sea at your reflection for all of time.
What do you think he's doing right now?
Themor's just narcissist. All right. He's just narcissist.
He shined his halberd blade so brightly and so polished, he just stares at it with his Chad chin that no one can see because it's always hidden under his shadow helmet.
I mean, at this point, all his weapons are probably very polished because he's been on his boat for so long.
It's been 5 days. That's not
5 days
so
and not being able
long.
to do anything.
I don't know. Help with the rest of the ship. Help with sailing. Help with other things on the ship.
Themor. No cope. In the one time in this entire campaign where you have the freedom to go fish, you're telling me you had nothing to do. But every other scenario where it wasn't really realistic go fish, you chose those times to fish.
Yes.
What?
Noko, you've broken Salty. Are you proud of yourself?
Very much so, yes. I'm still giving credit for him geeking in Destiny.
Well, I thought it was odd when I didn't get any fishing rolls from Themor over 5 days of being at sea. You know.
I just felt like it was inappropriate to go fishing
Sounds
at the
good.
time, so.
It's inappropriate.
I'm sorry. Let me give you a town in peril and several guards and several laws restricting fishing. Is that
In a
for
desert.
when it's
In
applicable?
a desert.
You can go sand fishing.
I can't. I have lost my ability to can. My two cans have flown away.
Soon you will
By the way,
have.
I will remember this. Next time we're at desert, I will ask the fish.
Oh, I know you will. I know. That's the problem. All right. Well, Hildie, I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work. Because, yes, if you have enough spells to heal yourself through the damage, it's going to escalate. And it realistically does not become a probably true threat until it can potentially one-shot you. Like, take you at least down to unconscious in one shot, which would be... how much HP you said? You have 140 total?
110 total.
So it would be, 11 hours.
I could cheese it even further by having my protector cannon give me temp HP. Would that work?
In theory, yes, but you can't heal the temp HP, so it only protects you like once until you.
No, but I could continue to give myself temp HP.
So
Cannon
yes,
only
in
lasts
theory.
an hour, though.
Well, I've got spell slots. If I don't use my spell slots for anything other than healing myself and giving myself temporary hit points, then I should at least. But I literally only want to make sure that I make it through the meeting. That's it. After that,
you make it through the meeting. We'll say the meeting's probably closer to what, like 4 o'clock, I imagine.
Oh, way earlier than that. No, that's like almost
like
dinner
2
time.
o'clock.
Yeah, I was saying around the midday meal. That would probably be
so
around.
yeah, you'll be in immense pain. You'll have to burn a healing spell to not get knocked out, but you'll
that's
be
fine.
able to do it. It's just what comes after that. I guess we'll figure out.
Okay.
If we want to roll to see if it instantly puts you out, or you have to have someone assist
Hildie makes
you
it to the meeting, lasts to the end of it, and just keels.
And then walks out the door and then immediately keels over.
All right. We'll go ahead and just make this faster. We'll skip to the meeting. Hildie, you managed to heal yourself through the growing pain that this compulsion is putting on you. That I may rework it a little bit, but
that's fine.
Even though it is not something that you think to yourself, it would be whatever you do. Perhaps that thought horrifies you even more that it is like asking this of you. It's drawing on something that you don't even believe yourself capable of doing or wanting to do, and yet it seems to grow and desire it more and more. So, all right. We will go ahead and fast forward to the meeting. Anderos, after, a midday lunch of sorts, I guess Anderos calls everyone. Probably even prior to that, had sent out word that there was going to be a all hands on deck style thing, to which the captain assists in getting word out to the crew to join for.
Yep. After lunch, he clangs on the helm bell, summoning everyone to the midships, and waits till everyone gets there. And once everyone's there, he's going to turn and just kind of speak to the whole group. Right. We're about a day's out from Jerirag. Before we get there, I want to make sure everyone's on the same page. You all know what we're fighting for, yes? Kind of pans around, looking a little bit more at the ship's captain and any of the crewmates willing to speak up.
Probably a insight.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay. You gaze amidst the crew and captain, which still doesn't really have a name or tokens because I didn't try to fill this ship up with a bunch of NPC tokens. But your speech seems to strike a chord you didn't expect. Looking amidst the captain and crew, the captain seems still pretty standing tall, his face not really belying much. There are definitely members of the crew that are seemingly torn at the statement you made. Some staring down at their feet, some kind of listlessly seeming to stare past you or looking up at the sky beyond.
Well, speak up. Captain, why are you here?
I'm under orders. Protecting the fleet, Galaran.
Okay. Your city, your kingdom's under siege. You know that.
Of course. This was determined to be the best course of action by commanding officers above me, so I serve to my capacity. Just sure hope you know what you're doing.
Look above us. You won't know see that moon. Should be the sun, but it ain't. One of the gods has decided that this world, it doesn't need to exist anymore, because she'd rather write a different one. I won't make no qualms here. Very likely that new world, you might be happier in it.
There's muttering and some shuffling of feet as almost murmuring agreements seem to kind of grow amongst the crew, and the captain does raise his hand to quiet them down.
But know this, you will lose everything you had here. Memories, friendships, loves, losts, all of that will be gone. Manufactured anew by a goddess willing to write it all under the rug.
Well, if this is all fake too. It all manufactured, like you said. Cool. Have a better next time around, she said.
You could.
Is
But what's to say she doesn't do it again? And again. And again. Till she determines she's got it right. Not you. Not anyone else you know. Your reality doesn't matter.
that draws a lot of kind of scowls from members of the crew.
That's the message she doesn't want you to know. Us lot here, well, we're determined to stopping her. Finding a way to save what we have here in this world. Find a solution that doesn't resolve in just starting over with a clean slate that no one remembers.
Might be easy for you, Silo. Some of us here don't have much more to go off of. Just saying.
Do you know about me?
No, sir.
I'm Anderos Rashan. I'm son of High Executor Telris Rashan of the White Order. My entire childhood was spent under his whips, under torture and pain, for not measuring up to what he thought I should be. I ran from home, trying to find a life that kept me safe, and when I found it, the gods decided to steal it from me and dash my ship against the rocks. Then they tasked me, and all of us here, to fight an undead dragon. I don't know if many of you remember that from 2 years ago. But Galaran was under siege by the undead. We were there. Myself, Themor, Seabreeze. We were there. We defended this world. And we're here doing it again. So when I say I don't have much to save here, I hope that doesn't ring hollow. I want every one of you to understand. I am determined to fight for this world. For us. For mortals. For our say in what this world becomes.
There is some murmuring and chatter going amongst the crew. And they all seem to kind of turn and almost try to speak out over each other with some questions. Mostly just a cobbled mix of, like, a mix of suspicion and confusion regarding, who you are and all. Again, a rabble of noise, once again quieted by the captain with
Anderos
kind of a
also
wave with
holds
his
up a
hand. But the captain does step forward as well and just kind of staring you dead in the eye again, that stern face. So why then? Why do you treasure this world? I'm certain she offered the same choice to you. Unless you have some reason to be tortured in the next as well. Why choose to move forward in this one, then?
Because I believe mortals deserve a say. It's our world too, is it not?
Go ahead and roll me a... either persuasion or performance, I guess. However you want to kind of play this off to him and the crew.
Yep. Well, they're both a plus 10, so let's see what happens. That is a natural 17 on the die, so 27.
Nice.
All right. Captain just looks you over, kind of looks back and looks at the crew, looks at your companions, seeing, well, I guess, what does he see amongst you, the rest of you? Does he see the same kind of resilient face that Anderos is putting on, or is there signs of doubt amongst you? Or does it show?
Zero
Amos.
doubt.
Yeah, Amos same, just has a stern face. Especially in context of Lathander's recent visit.
Hildie has been all in on seeing this through to the end ever since they got their memories back in Blaze's hut. Nothing that has happened over the past couple days has done anything but strengthen her resolve. Even despite the pain that she's in, she is 100% in.
What about you, Themor?
I say he is in to save the world and stop the resets.
Well, I meant more of how does Themor show that if he's being, if one were to look at Themor during this bit of an inspirational, this meeting or this speech, does Themor show anything at all, or is he just standing there heroically, or does he?
You don't know that.
I'm up to. I could just say he's fishing right now.
God damn it!
Hey, you asked for it, Salty.
I want to say that for the fucking funnies because.
I mean, it would fit his character, I guess. Is annoying. Not annoying, but it's like painfully truthful as that would be. That probably fits Themor's character. He grew bored halfway through the speech and was fishing during it.
Blue man's talking.
You did say that he hadn't been fishing enough.
Yeah, Yeah,
That
but
is
again,
true.
all the times he
have
was
said that.
bored and nothing else was happening, he didn't fish. Big speech, 20, maybe 30 minutes of a single day in a week. That's when he decides this is the time to fish.
I'm
I'm changing your title from the god of
fishing.
fishing to the god of inconvenient fishing. Same word.
God, inconvenient fishing.
I want to say I do that because it's just hilarious, but also it's kind of an important moment. We're just chilling with Themor fishes though, so
We're just fishing, kind of feels the gaze of the captain and Anderos looking over, and he just doesn't even turn from fishing, just raises a middle finger to the moon, I guess. I don't
Themor will nod. There you go. Look,
Just nod.
nod.
Not looking at them fishing, looking off the gunnel, just
It's
nods.
canon now. You're fishing. I can't imagine any other way now. Themor is fishing during this.
Just
Themor
nods.
just nods. Yeah. Captain, seeing the resolute determination on your faces, cracks a bit of a wry grin. No, I never had a long stalk adventure. I always prefer the chain of command being in the naval fleet often. A sense of purpose was given to us. Protecting our homeland, protecting our friends. A side effect of serving. And he kind of walks over, walks up directly to you, standing eye to eye with you. Kind of puts a hand on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
We're in with you all of the way. Hell, maybe after all this, I think they got room for another adventurer.
There'll always be adventurers needed. Always heroes. The world's always going to have problems, whether or not we save this or not.
Well, you heard him, lads. Time for bickering is behind us. If you wish for a better life as promised by a deity, then I suggest you go ahead and jump overboard and swim to the nearest shore. I will have none of it here anymore. We sail forward. Per command, per order.
For a life of our own.
Well said. Alright. Is there anything else?
That's all. I just wanted to make sure everyone was crystal clear on what we were facing.
That we are, isn't that right, lads? Crowd kind of cheers a little bit. I said, isn't that right, lads? The cheering grows louder as they kind of raise their voices high. Some of them cheering enthusiastically, others cheering to seem to trying to dispel the fears, the doubts, the promises they had once were trying to grasp from whatever Selûne may have promised them.
Anderos will smile. Again. Puts his hand on the captain's shoulder just like he has on his. And just, joins him in a cheer. And kind of as the, group disperses, as the sailors go back to their posts, Anderos just, again, follows, heads up with the captain to the helm, and just quietly, just between the two of them, we appreciate the support.
You've always had. It's the reason why I chose to join even your brother. You're very different from, but you share the same ideals. even if you don't agree with me.
And if any of the crew does take her offer, disappears, don't think too worse of them. It takes a lot of faith to believe in one devil-born asshole in this lot.
Oh, I wouldn't worry too hard. This is not the first time they've had the opportunity to jump ship with promises of a better life. It's just this is the first time the moon itself offered it. I may not be an adventurer. We've seen our fair share of trials and tribulations too. They're a good lot. Troubled past, but here on this ship, that doesn't matter.
You're not wrong. Freedom of the waves. Onward to the horizon.
For an adventurer, perhaps. For us, the ship is a new beginning. A place where we together serve for Galaran and each other. What happened before you got on this ship doesn't matter. Killer, beggar, thief, richman, runaway, noble. It's all forgotten. On this ship, you are family.
Broad smile spreads across Anderos' face. I can salute to that. And does give the captain a... It's not crisp. It's a little jaunty, but a salute all the same.
He gives again, that kind of wry smile and nods his head. Be at ease. You'll know. You may not be a naval soldier, but I appreciate the gesture.
Turns on a heel, heads for the forecastle, and continues to keep us moving toward Jerirag.
Right. Hildie, you are in immense amounts of pain.
I was gonna say, and then Hildie immediately passes out on the deck.
Depending on how much healing you did, you might.
So let's be fair about this then. As of the last roll I made, I had 56 HP left.
Yeah, but like I said, it's if we fast forwarded to let's say 2 o'clock. That would have been let's say from 8 o'clock, so that's 3, there would have been a 40-10, 5-10, and a 60-10 in that period, I believe. But 4-2.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that's what I said. I was kind of just hand waving in terms of you could probably keep yourself topped up. Metagame wise, you could probably get yourself to a closed state where it'll knock you out eventually to damage if you let it succumb to you, because like we saw, it can't outright kill you unless you basically go a straight day-ish on average. Theoretically, at probably 12-ish hours, it will potentially kill you if it rolls all 10s, but
so
odds of that are straight
I think that she probably would have healed herself like right before the meeting started, just to make sure that she could actually make it through, you know. So I don't know. I mean, you know, like at what point would she take like upwards of 70 or 80 damage?
I mean, that would be fairly soon, because like I said, that would be after 6-7 hours, which we're starting at 8.
Right.
Be 4 o'clock.
Yeah. So it probably literally would be like the meeting ends and she might make it downstairs.
Yeah,
before
if you're not healing yourself to like top every time, you probably make it downstairs, get hit with a like 60-ish, well, probably like 40, 50, 60-ish point of damage. Hit. Again, you can meta this out depending on healing you have. You want to try and heal yourself up until like it just pretty much outright knocks you out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to really roll the dice at this point because we're not in combat. And there's nothing that's really super relevant.
Right.
Other than, again, if you want to push this to a point where I have to roll potentially to outright kill you.
No, I'm not going to push it that far, but she will. I think that she knows that eventually this is just going to take her out. But I think that right before that last pang that will eventually knock her out, I think that she just, her concession at the end of this, several hours of mental anguish, she just goes, "Ren, your hat really does look like shit, though," and then she passes out.
Okay. And as you black out from damage, we will say that puts you, into that saving throw area, but
Yeah.
if you do it there, obviously someone's going to find you and patch you back
Right.
up. You're not in any real danger here.
So I'm stable.
You're stable. Like, you go up to Ren, kind of mutter it, and you just collapse, and your father obviously will run up, kind of gently heal you back out of stable, and you'll be unconscious for the night.
Mhm.
And the orb will
And
force
I
away
have-
on the tune.
Right, okay. That's what I was going to ask.
Yep. So like I said, 2 conditions are forced unconsciousness, or completing the task it gives you. But like I said, I may rework that one. I'll talk to you, Trey, about it. That's the one of the abilities I'm not 100% certain of that I liked.
I think that's actually the first time that Hildie has been knocked unconscious.
This time it was by choice.
Yep.
It's not, I don't know. It's not terrible in my mind as far as it does create a threat of increasing damage. It's just escalated by the fact that we're not having anything occur right now, so it stacks up much
Right.
faster than
Yeah.
it normally would. But in a combat scenario or dungeon scenario, it wouldn't be nearly as debilitating if you take the early damage. So
Yeah.
kind of one of those, it may not be as bad. It'll be hilarious if you share that one with someone, though.
Ooh, yeah, it would. Oh, yeah, that would be a bad one to share.
Yep. Orb is fun. All right, so we will say dawn of the 6th day if no one else has anything else they want to do. Hildie, you wake up sore, tired. Probably a lot worse for wear. Those compulsions, those voices are gone, but the pain lingers, like that feeling of what you suffered will not go away anytime soon.
Yeah.
Are you going to try to reattune?
I actually don't think that she's going to reattune today. Man, I think that she wakes up feeling like shit, and there's a part of herself that's really proud of the fact that she didn't end up destroying a thing just because the orb told her to, but also she really feels like shit, and she just needs a break right now. So she's going to do the responsible thing.
Okay. One thing I also just realized now that I've read through, I just realized something. The fear effect does override the orb's innate immunity to fear. I did forget to mention that.
Wait, say that again?
The orb did have the minor bonus effect of you cannot be charmed or frightened.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and it, okay, I
Effects
understand.
of fear override that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
Because it is literally canceling its own effect out. So, yeah.
When Hildie passes out, do Ren and or Orin come and find anybody? Do we learn about this, or do they just kind of keep it to themselves?
Would Anderos have taken notice of Hildie while that meeting was going on, or was he more focused on the crew?
He may have noticed pain in your eyes, or behind your eyes with the insight check he got, but
Yeah.
I don't know if Orin would bring it up to anyone, because as far as what they saw, when she passed out, the orb unattuned. And she was, psychic damage is weird because it doesn't manifest as, physical damage of any kind.
I mean, I'd like to say Anderos
I have a
probably
suggestion
makes
that
the rounds every day near the end. You know, after having a chat with Amos a couple days before, Anderos probably makes a rounds to each of the, you know, at least each of the team. You know, just checks in with people. Nothing major, just checking in with people. So I don't know if Orin and Ren mention anything.
Ren might. I don't know if Orin would, because I feel like Orin wouldn't leave Hildie's bedside. And has no... I can't think of a reason why... I'm trying to think why Orin would bring it up. Like, go out of his way to leave her side to, like, go bring it up to someone. Unless they were a healer or someone that could directly help. Otherwise, he would just do the healing himself as an artificer as well. But Ren might know, like, speak something because he's not going to sit in the room the entire time. So Ren might, if you're doing rounds or stuff, kind of mention to you that, is everything all right with Hildie today? After your speech, she came down looking rather pale, and she passed out in a fairly frail state.
Short stack? Passed out? She sick or something? I know she doesn't got great sea legs.
I'm not sure. It didn't look like seasickness, but then again, I'm not particularly well versed in known physiology.
Fuck. Well, we go see if Featherweight's around, if nothing else. He's a paladin. Has some sort of healing abilities, so might be worth bringing him around. I assume Orin's with her?
He's not left her side.
Did she say anything particular before she keeled?
Well, he kind of looks a little bit abashed and decides, she said my, she said my hat sucked. If that means anything to you?
I mean, she's abrasive, but she's not cruel. Let me go find Featherweight. And just kind of pats him on the shoulder and starts heading off.
It doesn't suck, though. It was pretty good.
Just keeps that to himself. Doesn't say anything. Yeah, I'll go find Amos and Featherweight.
Where you normally see him.
I'll need you. Hildie's come down with something. She passed out not a few hours, a little bit ago.
Passed out?
Aye.
That's not good.
Aye.
Starts walking. Do we know what caused her to pass out?
The only information I have is she said Ren's hat looked like shit, and then she keeled.
Did she normally insult others' work?
No. Not usually, unless it is truly awful, which... I ain't gonna say nothing. Anyway.
Do you think Ren's work is shit?
I think Ren is a very capable artificer. Not an architect or an artist. And just knocks on the door. Orin?
You see Ren's kind of sitting next to the door as well. He's sitting there looking kind of sadly at his hat in his lap. You see Kayla's, like the little Arctic construct is on his shoulder. Kind of, you see them almost seeming like to talk to each other telepathically. And Ren just has a kind of a sad expression on his face. But then you knock on the door and come in. Just quietly, would you?
I brought Featherweight. He's a paladin.
Right, the one familiar. Yes. I've done what I've. You hear like some kind of scuffling and banging as he finally walks over and opens the door. You see he's got Hildie tucked away in a cot or a hammock of sorts, all bundled away. You see in his hand a kind of like a healing, a little syringe of sorts. Right. Healing arts were never really my specialty. I know a little bit of them, so I don't know why I went British with them. Whoops.
By the way, you can handle it from here, yeah? You said you took care of an
Think
angel.
Yes, I mean,
Good.
I'm sure this will be easier.
Sure. And Anderos will just step out of the way. We don't all need to be here, so I'll step out.
She came in and she was just looking rather bad, and she passed out. I couldn't see any visible wounds or anything on her.
Did she happen
So
to
is
have that orb
Hildie-
on her?
Yeah, so like, is Hildie like unconscious at the moment, or is she like barely conscious?
She's
No,
unconscious, but she's not.
Ow.
She's Yeah.
Stable,
Yeah,
but
Orin
stabilized.
healed her. Orin healed her probably. She went down below 0. Orin healed her up to stable, but he
Okay,
doesn't have
she's-
a particularly large healing repertoire.
Stable but unconscious.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah.
Amos is just gonna investigate for a quick moment just to see if there's any other like hidden wounds, like shoulder, arm. You know, looking for anything that's unusual per se.
Roll me medicine.
You know, I should have. That -1's gonna bite me. But thankfully, it's a wisdom skill.
Hey!
Ooh.
Hey, 18.
You might not know what you're looking for, but you could certainly guess. Now, you kind of poke and prod, mindful that her father's staring at you very as a protective father would, because but you don't really see anything physically wounding her.
Amos is gonna look at Orin. Has she? This might be a little sensitive, but has she encountered some unusual magical objects over the past few days?
He just stares at you blankly. Pretty much all the time. It's kind of that's kind of our thing. We're artificers, you see.
And then Amos is gonna start asking, like, "What's this object? What's this object?" Just pointing to things on Hilde, just asking for some
What's
description
that?
at least.
What's that?
Yeah, what's that? What's that? What's that?
Well, that's a shirt. That's the sheet.
Is the orb like
Like
on
a
a table
orb.
or something nearby, or
She's clutching it.
Yeah.
I think I would say she would be clutching it still. Oh, she wouldn't be.
I mean, I think that clutching at this point is probably appropriate.
I'd say she was probably clutching it and hasn't let go of it since.
Eventually, Amos will get to the orb in that.
It's her ear. You've pointed to her ear again.
No,
What you're doing.
I'm pointing to the orb.
Oh,
That thing.
right. She did say there was a curious little object that she'd been looking at. Some kind of dragon orb, I believe she said. We were looking at it and putting it together back on the beach. I haven't not really had a lot of time to investigate it either, but she seemed to be enjoying tampering with it. She was always been a very inquisitive girl, you see.
Amos's eyes squints a little bit as he's heard that Hilde was enjoying using it. Let's separate as Amos tries to pull the orb away from Hilde.
It comes freely, as she is no longer attuned to it. And as you grasp it, you just feel it feels heavier than it should. You feel power swelling through this.
Well, I don't have 100% of the answers, but I bet you gold to potatoes, this probably has something to do with it.
Cool. Well, that's great and all, but are you able to heal her.
Amos is gonna put the orb in his satchel near his, priest kit. Leave this here for now, but yes, I can heal her.
You fucking asshole.
He's gonna give it. He may give it back. Just might have to answer a few questions.
May give it back.
All right. And Amos is gonna get murdered again. All right.
Shred, you have another character ready? You might need it.
Somehow, Absinthoth returns.
Oh no!
He's going to use, for now, at least 5 points of lay on hands.
Which translates to
5 points of healing. On Hildie. See if that gets
Really,
anywhere.
I'm worth 5 whole points of his 50-point lay on hands pool.
groggily open. You're still feeling absolutely shit for wear, but
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, Muffin, you're. Oh, I'm so glad you're all right.
Oh god, it's like the world's worst hangover.
You drinking again or something?
What?
You're not
Dad,
good with
no,
boats, and
jeez.
then.
No, I wasn't fucking drinking.
You feel better?
I feel like shit.
He's going to dump another 20 points of lay on hands on her. So that should bring you up to 25.
Okay.
Had to judge her mood when she woke up before giving her more healing.
Slight healing. Are you okay? Okay, if not, I'm gonna hit you and you're gonna go right back out. They don't call me featherweight for nothing. I need you to be low.
There was a strategy to it.
Okay, that brought it down to a dull throb. That's okay.
What was the last thing you remember before passing out?
If memory serves, and I definitely wouldn't classify this as my proudest moment, but I think I told Ren that his hat looked like shit.
Orin just nods a little and stifles a slight chuckle. That you did.
Oh,
Wasn't very nice
fuck.
here, but
No, I'm sorry.
I know this
The
might be
fuck-
a little rude to ask, but what made you say that?
The fucking orb. And at that moment, when she mentions the orb, she suddenly, like, her eyes go wide, and she suddenly starts, like patting herself down. Where is it? Where the fuck is it?
Amos pats on his pack. It's here for now, but I think it's going to be a problem if you have it again.
Give it back.
yeah, if it seems like it's not good for you, if it's hurting you that way, maybe it's best we tinker with something else. Yes, like your little the keeper friend we've got.
Hey, I got him awake, didn't I? This thing
yes.
could be like, yeah, okay, I got hurt, but that's never happened before, and this thing is clearly capable of doing other really useful shit, so if that means that I get a little stressed out and I want to destroy people's... I'm fine. I can handle it.
Amos shakes his head just a little bit to the negative. Sounds
We
like
wouldn't know Karjit is alive without it.
I've heard these kinds of words before. It leads to a very dark path of addiction.
Don't fucking start with me, okay? I don't need you judging me and acting superior. I appreciate you making me feel better genuinely because I cannot stress enough how horrible I felt when I woke up. But respectfully, stay in your fucking lane, dude.
Take a little back from the insult.
Muffin, what did we talk about?
Which time?
Look, I know you're a very strong-willed and skilled artificer, but you don't need to take it out on everyone else when things go a little awry. I know.
A little awry? A little awry? Have you fucking seen the state of the world, Dad? We're far past a fucking little. And I will take any opportunity I can to use any tool that is at our disposal if it has a shred of a possibility of being helpful to us in the slightest. We're at a point now where taking risks is fucking necessary.
Risks aren't really worth it to me if I have to lose you in the process.
Dad.
You and your family are what I still strive for, despite what visions tell me otherwise.
You think I don't want that too?
No, you do, but hence why maybe to just hear me out. I'm not saying you're not skilled, but perhaps we should look at the orb together. Get Ren involved. Get myself. Maybe even get what was your name again?
Amos.
Amos, right? Have him on standby as well, so that if something goes wrong, you'll have people to help you. You don't have to do this alone.
Do you not trust me, Dad?
No, that's explicitly why I am even suggesting the opportunity. If I didn't trust you, I would have thrown that thing to the bottom of the sea by now. I trust that you know what you're doing, that the powers and what you've done with it so far you believe can help. And I want to trust you that you're right, that there is good to whatever suffering this is causing. But I also want to not lose you to it. Do you truly need it to be a burden you carry by yourself?
No. I don't guess it is.
So, let's think of it like artificers then. Alright? When do these...
Can we think of them as artificers instead?
A potato, right? And he kind of grins over at Amos.
Amos chuckles. Well, at the moment, I can't give the orb directly back to you, only for your own use, Hildie. But I think in a group setting, I think it would at least be more appropriate to study it.
Hold on now, Amos. Well, one, the orb does not belong to you, and it is not your call. So I'm afraid I'm gonna have to overrule you, at least on that one. And two, the way I see it, Hildie, when do these symptoms start to appear? Is it just when you hold it, when you use it, when you attune to it?
They start pretty much right after I attune, but this last one in particular, like, ramped up the intensity in a way that the other ones never really had before.
Okay. So, what I propose, and he kind of is almost seeming to slip back into his old is-it engineer ways. If that's the case, what we should do, the mornings where you decide to attune and continue to experiment with it, you should have at least myself, or Ren, and potentially Amos around to keep note and track the symptoms you're feeling. We'll make note of it, and we can keep track of what is ailing you and what the effects are, and maybe come up with a way to counteract them, or at least combat them for the time being until a more permanent solution could be found. If this thing can be blessed or cursed or whatever it is, perhaps we can eventually solve that as well. Seems like a fairly powerful artifact as such. It's able to cause such effects and multiple of them, but is that at least agreeable, Hildie, that I will let you use it, but you have to at least keep one of us around when you attune to it if you can. If we can. Just so we can keep an eye. And then we can get a list of, what each day brings, what to expect, and how we can help you if something goes wrong.
Amos nods passively at the idea.
I think that Hildie just looks incredibly guilty right now. She never wanted to get her dad to get roped up into this, and she didn't want to cause him to worry about her ever, and I think that more out of a sense of wanting to make her father happy rather than just wanting to clap back, even though she kind of wants to. She'll just slowly nod her head. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's settled then. Amos, if you would, kindly give her back the orb. I trust you are doing what you think is right with it, and I just don't want you to suffer alone if you don't have to. I mean, we're scientists and friends here. We want to help you too. We're part of this world too, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Good. Now, with that, Amos, return the orb, and Hildie, if you're feeling a little better, I think you have an apology due. He's been moping outside all the past hour.
Oh, yeah, fuck. I really was a shit, wasn't I? Look, that... all day long, I was fighting the urge. That stupid fucking orb was making me feel like I had to destroy something, and the apparent object of my fixation was Ren's hat of disguise.
Curious.
I was fighting against it all day. But there at the end, I guess that was the orb's last middle finger to me before it knocked me out.
He seems jotting it down in a notepad. All right. Good. All right, so it seems like it's got a strong desire that it imparts on you, and it hurts you if you can't follow it. It sounds kind of like what the wizards would call a chaos. All right. Something I can look into, I suppose. And perhaps I could message Levia. He might have an idea or two how to fight that. He does seem to have an unnatural way to ignore compulsions.
Is that guy okay?
No, he's not.
Okay, I didn't think so.
And yet, well, I guess the best way to describe him is he would be the most interesting specimen I think the Simic could ever get their hands on.
Oh, they would have a field day with him. No pun intended.
Maybe we shouldn't be talking about people like specimens.
Oh, right. Well,
Actually,
Levy,
yeah, you know
haven't you-
what? That's a solid point. I'm not going to argue with that at all. That's a good point, Amos.
As Amos says that, he's starting to unfurl his pack and get the orb back out. Just, Hildie, can you promise me one thing? Can you promise me you won't use the orb only by yourself? That whenever possible, you'll at least have me or your father to help, so you don't have to suffer alone? It was good that we were at least on the boat here, right? There's no hostile nature, not far to be. I just fear for another time where the situation may be different. We may not be able to help.
Okay. That's a fair concern.
Do you promise?
Yes. I promise I won't use it alone again.
Hildie, hands where I can see them.
She holds her hands up in front of her, spreads her fingers wide.
I remember the last time, and you blew up my shop. Sorry, apology.
Okay.
All habits die hard.
Do you want to take my socks off so I can spread my toes too?
I know I'll trust this time. They don't count
Okay.
anyways. We've lost. Remember we had that long discussion about if toes really count as fingers for crossing your fingers, and we debated. It was like a 2-day debate. We finally came to the conclusion that toes were not fingers.
Hey, look, all I said was that sometimes they're good in a pinch. Your hands are occupied and you have a whole other appendage there. Why not utilize it if you're nimble enough?
Well, yes, but they are not fingers, and you can't really compare them to that of the primate species of monkeys, where they really act like it. They are still by the...
Just because they're not prehensile. Okay.
They start going on into a
shoves
rant.
the orb into Hildie's hands at this point, looking at this thing. I need to get out of this conversation.
Not about potatoes. This is too intellectual for me.
Gives it back to Hildie, just forcefully, just stopping a middle conversation. Hopefully, looks like Hildie's grabbed it enough and he lets it go.
Yeah, thanks. And, sorry I told you to stay in your lane. That was shitty.
Apology accepted. Did you need any more healing, or?
No,
good?
I'm good, thanks.
Well, then I'll be on my way then, if you don't mind. I'm sure it was a pretty intense conversation for you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, speaking of which, does anybody have any booze?
Really?
Hey,
Thank you,
look, it's been a
Amos.
long day, Dad.
You just woke up, and you really should be going to sleep. It's like 7 or so at this point, I imagine. But, you do not need booze, right?
I don't need it. I want it though.
What you... Anyway. Amos, as you leave as well, you pass by Rand, who is now embroidering something onto his hat.
Anderos has been small talking with him. Just gave him like a couple of small, like, you know, you've got a lot of greys and blacks in you, and you went with another grey and black ensemble.
It's supposed to be a hat of disguise. I figured greys and blacks worked, right? That's the stealthy colors, right?
Yes.
I even made it out of hide.
Yes. But it's a hat of disguise. Once you enact
Holy
the
fucking
disguise,
shit, dude.
it can look like anything.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, I can't let that go without comment.
You're in your room. The door is shut. You're not hearing any of this.
Fuck you. That joke was terrible. Made of hide.
So anyway, Amos comes out and he's like, just make it whatever you want. And then turns to Amos. She'll wake.
She's fine. It's. Do you mind if we points over, kind of gesture towards the side, just a quiet conversation for a minute or two?
Sure. And then just gives a little finger nod to Ren and steps off.
Ren just thumbs up and kind of stares sadly at his hat, which is starting to look like a black cowboy hat at this point.
Yes! Give him a
That's
full
exactly
Stetson.
how I pictured it. I love it.
As they walk over to the edge, Amos looks over to Anderos. Hildie is fine. The
It was
dragon
the orb, wasn't
orb.
it?
Yes, it was the orb. Long story short of the conversation, she promised both me and her father to not use it alone again, to always use it at least in the presence of one of us. I'd still keep an eye out for the orb. But I think
Oh.
at this point, this is the best situation.
Well, they're the three brightest minds on this ship, so I'm hoping between the three of them they can figure something out. I mean, you remember what was the first night? We all didn't sleep, felt like shit.
Yeah. For 100% up to me, that orb would be fully overboard, never to be seen again.
Yeah. It seems to have some powerful magics involved with it, though. It's how she learned my crew was still alive. At least my quartermaster.
Yeah, she mentioned about Karjit, I think was the name.
Yeah.
You know, in that conversation, it got me thinking about something else, something I've been meaning to ask you for a while. So, they were talking about Levia. I think it was the really crazy guy at the camp,
Yeah.
right?
Father,
Yeah.
yes.
The father, being able to resist it. And then I remembered the thing that really inspired me to join your crew was the stories from Zadan about it. But if you do the math, there's obviously 2 people missing. I guess 3. I think it's 3 people missing.
From Galaran.
There was,
Yeah.
Galaran. There was the bard, whose name I'm just blanking on.
Alton.
Alton. Yeah, there's a lot of A's in this group.
You should have seen him. He came down with the ships with you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now it's Alton. That's one.
Maybe he's on a different ship. It's fine. He's
Master of disguise. You never really.
he likes
He's
to
accounted
stay,
for.
He just likes to stay anonymous. But yes,
Well, at least he's accounted for. Then there's Morani. So I think I heard a name talked about every now and then. Lost between places?
yes. Not to rehash it, but Moontit stuck her between the planes. Claims she couldn't remove her or move her to the new world entirely. So she's stuck between the planes, likely being assaulted by the Void. I'm working on a contingency plan to get to her and get her out.
Well, and that leaves, of course, to the last person. Absinthoss. What the hell happened to him?
He left on his own volition. We had a disagreement of sorts between the group. and he nearly ended up at the end of a blade. So to keep him and the rest of us amicable, he decided to leave.
That bad?
Yes. He was a reckless sort of person. Not with his own life, of course, but often didn't think of the implications to others. It's probably better that he is operating alone, so he doesn't endanger people.
Do you know where he went to?
No. I assumed he went back home, but I don't think he has any lost love for his mother or the rest of his family, so for all I know, he went somewhere new. He seemed to indicate he had ways of getting around quickly between kingdoms. Don't really know what that was, but all I can hope is he's working toward being a better person. Being the hero he always claimed he wanted to be.
Let's hope that's true. For a second there, I almost kind of sounded like Hildie for a second. Or at least what she kind of wanted to do with the dragon orb. But
She's... We're all people. We're all flawed.
that's true.
Hildie's got a bit of an obsessive compulsion about her. If it's not tinkering, it's something else. She needs to be doing something. If she's not, well, she can get into dangerous shit.
Well, it explains why she's really smart.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think that really answers most of the questions I had. Just, the ones that aren't here. And so I wonder what happens to them, how their story ends.
Hopefully, without incident, and we save this world. If not, well, then who knows? As of right now, there's only 2 people I know who will not be appearing in the next world. Myself and Moroni.
Whew.
So you know what's at stake for me.
Ontological existence, that's a motivator.
Yeah.
So I guess, what's your plan when we get Jerirag?
Figure out what the shit's going on. Seabreeze will be handy. That woman can get in anywhere she wants without a whisper. The 3 artificers, they know the place. They'll be handy with knowledge. Ultimately, the place apparently is being overrun by automatons, empowered or otherwise emboldened by an sentience that, well, the head had. I don't really think you know much about that. All that to say, there's a lot of robots likely trying to either construct a god-killing weapon or kill anyone in their way. So I expect we'll be putting out a lot of fires.
Yeah. I feel like the fish out of water there then. Kind of sounds like you've been there before. Sounds like
Maybe.
Seabreeze can just go anywhere she wants, and the other three of you lived there?
They did, yes. I've never been off the docks. I've shipped things there often, but it's difficult to get into city proper without requisite documentation and proof of allegiance and every other bullshit piece of paper they can ask for. I hope
Fucking
with everything going on, they'll be a little more lenient about letting help in. But we'll see.
yeah. Yeah. Maybe if we're lucky, the robots would have killed all the bureaucrats.
That's highly unlikely, seeing that the bureaucrats will throw everyone in front of them before they get killed. That's how they always
Typical
go
big
in
city
around.
people. Yeah. Man can dream, though. Well, I appreciate the inquiry. Didn't mean to pull you off too much from the fun conversation you were having.
That's fine. We need to talk more. You still owe me a story. You can giggle, but you're not going to stay mysterious forever.
Well, we could do it now, or we could do it later. What does the captain prefer?
Well, I'm just the windsman on this ship, and the wind's blowing just fine. Let's head down and talk. Or we can do it up on the forecastle, whatever you wish.
Let's go down.
Got it.
It'll make a little bit more sense with the shrine to tell the story.
Sure thing. Anderos and Amos head downstairs to get his backstory. We don't need to rehash it. We've all heard it.
Okay. So I don't know if you want to repeat it, or if you want to be a side story type thing.
Unless you have more things than what you told Tyrone, we can tell me what you told Tyrone.
We can basically do at this point tell it
That's
told
fine.
Tyrone.
That's fine.
Uses the priest pack to kind of get like a visual diorama, so things aren't just verbal.
How many potatoes are in that priest pack? Like little potato figurines that have been carved out of.
I think the answer is 0.
Yes.
You don't know that.
You know, I don't have any rations. That's terrifying.
There's one little spud carved as a little girl from your daughter.
Oh, there should be 2. One for the daughter, one for the son.
Would the son have carved you a spud?
Yeah, why not?
There you go. 2 spuds.
There's 2 spots.
All right. So, I guess as that's all going on, Themor, Seabreeze, anything you two want to do as well during that time?
Nope, I think just
No, good. Just
start
hoping on the ship.
chronicling. Yeah.
Seabreeze has stopped, or Themor has stopped fishing now, and he's just staring at Seabreeze.
Creepy.
Fairtale is also fishing. Like he between writing the little book he was working on and fishing, he tries to compete with Themor now to outfish Themor. But, all right.
Themor
go on
gets too
and-
competitive and spears Fairtale one of the times.
I mean, Fairtale is in the water, so I guess. But
Hey, look, I caught a catfish.
this catfish got another fish. But we'll go ahead and move forward then. So, finally, at the end of a week's journey of being at sea, through the different trials it has brought you, perhaps in that moment of isolation after coming off of Mir, Land finally starts cresting over the horizon. We'll say, you start seeing it kind of early morning, and it starts growing and growing as you get closer and closer to the magic city of Jerirag. For some of you, this used to be home. For others, this was a destination you visited before, and for some of you, this is your first time setting foot in this city. As you pull closer and closer to the docks, Ren and Orin adorn their hats of disguise, transforming their persons, not wanting to be discovered. Hildie, I don't know if you wish to do the same, as you were once also a particularly wanted
100%.
fugitive.
As far as she's, for all she knows, they probably would still sweep her up if she came back. So yes, she would definitely be disguised. I don't have a token or anything, but yeah.
We can prep those later if we want, just for fun. But
Yeah.
Is anyone else disguising or doing anything of that nature as well?
I think for at least landing, because it's not his ship, and Anderos does know he has pissed off at least a couple of the dock constables. I'll use one of my 9 scrolls of disguise I've had in my pack for a while.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'll reassume the form of, what was his name? Sweeney something. Ripley Sweet, that's what it was.
Ripley Sweet, yep.
So.
As you get closer and closer to the city, a few things perhaps stand out. The city, although with tales of a robot invasion, seems to still be standing. Doesn't seem like there's any fighting going on. Though several buildings, at least from this distance, you can see seem to be in perhaps a little worse from wear, but what you remember, but it has been a few years for many of you coming back to this place. Again, from a distance, the city, for those that haven't seen it before, and even those that have, doesn't really stand like a normal city. Several buildings of various shapes and designs seem to kind of sprawl out over its layout. Here, there isn't really any building code. There isn't any one central builder. People that build here kind of sprawl out as labs demand or as inspiration takes them. Think inspiration from the Silver City, I guess, from the Forgotten Realms books, I guess. I think is what it's called. Have a similar vibe to it. Was it the Silver City? I think it's the Silver City.
There's one called Silvery Moon.
Silver
Moon, that's it.
Yeah, I think that was it. Where it's... Yeah, I think it's the same kind of vibe I was going for with the idea that it's just a kind of conglomeration of people kind of just build however they want. Because again, this city started off as a collection of rejects and those running away to just study magic, study anything they wanted, and is ruled by no king. But it has over time, built the guilds, built the countless councils of sorts, and kind of developed its own ruling structure, vastly different than anything in the other kingdoms. So, as you approach the docks, the captain pulling up to the dock, there seems to be an air of just a buzz of energy that fills the city, familiar to those that have been there before. To those that haven't, it's very unlike any place you've been before, where the general hubbub on ports kind of is more of the commotion of goods being traded or being brought back and forth. Here, there seems to almost be a almost literal electric feeling in the air. As things are just flying overhead, there seems to be shouts and stuff coming from different distant alleys that you can't even begin to comprehend what they're coming from. Explosions seem to just echo from random buildings, and no one seems to bat an eye. But notable assassin is any form of war going on. As you pull into the dock, a familiar gnome to a specific, a specific two people, still working there,
Of course.
is the one to greet you at the docks. He, along with his little troop, march again up to the dock, or up the ramp of the boat, addressing the captain, who shares a few words saying that He's here to deliver the cargo. Hands the dock master or dock constable a parchment, a scroll. Looks over it briefly, rolls his eyes. He kind of wraps it back up and looks over the crew. And the captain turns and nods to your group, kind of signifying for you to step off.
Gives a little finger wave and nods to the others to make for the gangway.
What time of day is it?
Say it's about mid-afternoon.
Oh no. Couldn't we have gotten here at night? Come on.
I still need to do the fate court with you. That's gonna come up.
Evian appears.
We'll get to that. Figure we'll get into Jerirag started since we kind of got here a little bit later than I expected. So we'll get into Jerirag first, and we'll figure out fate court stuff. But so yeah, as you guys gather, the constable motions for you to gather up. All right, follow me then. It looks like there's 6, 7, 8 of you. Cat.
I set the bean free to fly ahead, rooftop to rooftop.
Oh, all right. Right, you're gonna probably want to get a permit for that. Is that the thing? Your cat is familiar, I imagine.
What?
Don't you want me? The thing you just let fly.
I didn't see anything.
Oh, tourists. Whatever. I'll let the council deal with it. It's not my problem. He's left the docks. It's not my problem anymore. Right. Follow me. And he starts storming off the dock with his entourage in tow.
What did he just say about the council?
He'll let them deal with it.
Oh, okay.
He's left the dock. It's not my problem anymore.
The bean has become all of Jerirag's problem now.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to. We never see him again until we reach like the final, like throne room or whatever, and it like Bean is now the right hand man of the BDE.
That, or like 5 minutes later, you just feel the mental feeling of Bean just going. Something shoots him.
Yes, delicate practice.
We are in Jerirag.
So I didn't find a good dockside one, so I'm just gonna kind of theater in mind a little bit as he's leading you up towards the General Assembly, that central plaza area between all the guilds. But he leads you forward, leads you up to a precarious little duo that seem to be sitting under a stall, looking around nervously as you approach. The Ratkin one kind of perks his ears up as he sees your gang approach. Skitters forward. The dockmaster goes up to him. Is this a lot you're waiting for? Yes. That'll be all. Captain just rolls his eyes and looks over at you all. Right. I don't know what strings you pulled to get in here this way. It's not normal, but I charge the docks, so no funny business here or at the docks, or you'll be... You know the drill. Right. Off then. And he turns and starts marching off. And I will say, through getting there as well, especially Anderos, you do notice several contingents of White Order troops here and there.
As the dockmaster walks off, as long as he's still within 30 feet, I will subtle cast Gust. Try to trip him up.
God damn it. Yes.
Reliving the trauma.
Yes.
You know
yes,
it.
Yes.
I didn't blow him off into the water. I'm just going to make him trip in the city. It's a DC 19. Ah,
Oh,
you say.
Hey!
Oh well. He gets gusted by some wind.
He stumbles forward and catches himself, and he just screams, "Ah!" Knew there was a foul. This time, I've been training. You see that, lads? Proper training in a regiment, and no evil winds will ever throw you overboard again.
I hit him again. Again,
Yes,
subtle.
Fuck! He turns, and the moment he lifts his leg forward to march proudly, you sweep him again, and he just stumbles flat on his face.
And I stifle a chuckle as we follow whatever the ratkin is 30 feet away.
Yes,
Foul winds, I say!
yes.
Felt good.
Fuck that, dude. That was well worth those spell slots, man.
Oh, it's a cantrip. It just cost me
Oh.
2 sorcery points to do it so no one notices.
Oh, you were casting Gust, not Gust of Wind.
Yes.
Very clever what you did. Yes. You are,
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
yes. Right. Lips sealed. You are,
Ripley
leans
Sweet.
in kind of close. And
Yes, we're the ones who you're looking for, of course.
good. Latest lab assistants. Good. I am Chitter. You can call me Chitter. Yes.
Well, wonderful to meet you, Chitter.
And crew. Pleasure. Oh, yes. This. And you see Ren's face, even though he's disguised, is pale, as is Orin's.
Yeah.
This is, Uppy.
Really? Well,
She
it's
is, your, how I say, benefactor, while you are here.
Well, that's quite a surprise and an honor, your ladyship, Uppy. I've heard many good things about you.
You know who I am? Good. This will make it a lot faster. Not many people would devise to thank me on the first go, but
Well,
you'll learn.
as long as we are not target practice for you.
Still to be determined. I've run out of good targets lately. You see,
Really?
we had some lately, but we'll talk later. Too
Certainly.
many noises on the streets. Yes, I cannot blow them all up. I've tried. Not for lack of trying.
Well, I don't disagree. Discretion is indeed preferred. So, onward, your ladyship.
Yes. Lead the way, Chitter. We'll meet up at your lap. Mine is a little messy at the moment. Too many eyes as well. Yes. In fact, I will meet up with you later. I will. A few things to attend to first. Yes, I must bring it. Yes. I will be with you shortly. And she, as if like her mind fleeting, just immediately just starts kind of wandering down the street. Sorry, she is like this. Mind always distracted, but in the right place.
Like I said, we've heard the stories.
They are, well, true, and so much more. Honor it is to serve her, but dangerous.
course. Lead the way, Chitter. We are following closely.
I could not stray too far. Guilds here, strong. Also, White Order strong.
Well.
Look for many opportunity to take new specimens or converts. Yes.
We're no strangers there to there being eyes everywhere. So.
Truth, not so far. Many eyes. Some metaphorical, as you say, and others quite literal. Eyes, many eyes. Yes. Anyway, Cheetah lead the way. Follow Cheetah, yes.
He starts kind of quickly scampering down the streets.
Anderos keeps pace.
And as you wander through this almost maze, labyrinth-like collection of streets, all around you are, because you're in the general plaza area, there are just like storefronts, shops, all sorts of things just sprawled out all over the place. And again, all sorts of wares lied out. Everything from just tapestries, food, odds and ends, pipes, pieces of wood, the odd furniture. Like there's just everything seems to be for sale, and there seems to be a constant flow of just things happening. And everything you see is stranger than the thing next to it. Like just, it's an odd, quite marvelous city. But as he goes through, obviously, yes, you do see that there are many passing glances your way, some curious, some others seem to be suspicious, but everywhere you go, you always are constantly feeling like you're being watched.
Salty, can we, as we're walking through, is there some kind of check that Hildie can make to, like, it's been a while since she's been here, but yeah, this was her home for a very long time. So, I think that she wants to be like comparing it to like the state of the way things are now, like compared to what it was like the last time she was here.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll me, I'd say a perception, because it hasn't been so long as to need a history check, but
okay.
Yeah, roll me a perception to see what you...
Please don't screw me, dice. $21.
Okay. So, I mean, a lot and almost nothing has changed, if this is going to make any sense whatsoever. A lot of what was here, as you remember, is still here, though there is a lot of damage from what you can only assume is maybe a recent riot, or probably the robots, as mentioned. There's damage to buildings, there's holes cut in places, but not all of it really remained. It seems like even though it happened, it got patched up pretty quick. Stores and things still exist, but wares have changed. The city itself feels different, but the vibe and energy, what makes this place what it is, still feels very much the same. A city that always goes forward, a city that always strives to do something new. So, it's the same, but everything around you feels a little different.
Okay.
Always forward. Things that are destroyed, you build new on top of.
Jerirag doesn't really, other than the Orzhov Guild, really care for if something is destroyed, that's just an opportunity to build it again. Do something new. Try it differently. They put a hole in the roof? Cool, let's build a spire. We had a chair that, got old, we cut off the leg and turned it into a stool and turned it sentient. Jerry is kind of the place where that seems to be the norm.
So, with respect to the damage that you mentioned, like, is this in line with, like, I would imagine that in a city full of smart people with access to explosives, damage is going to happen to structures from time to time. Is what she's seeing now in line with shit that she has seen around the city before?
Yes, just
Or-
on a larger scale.
Okay. And
so like
it
more
seems...
buildings, more things are damaged. There's damage, and again, you've seen damage here before. Like you said, they've blown their own stuff up multiple times, but it's usually isolated events. So there's going to be a lot of damage, but maybe in like one spot. Here, there's just, it's like every couple of buildings you find, there's damage to it in some way. Glass looks like it's been broken and repaired. Walls have been damaged or scorched and covered or decorated. Just a lot more than what you're used to seeing from the damage there.
And this all looks recent.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can even see actively, as people are selling things, people are still actively fixing parts of it.
Do we see any, like, I think that we had mentioned before that, like, it's seeing, like, quote-unquote robots or, like, electronic, like, Roombas or whatever walking around the city wasn't out of place. Have we seen anything like that since we've been here?
Nope.
Didn't figure. Okay.
And meanwhile, Bean is trotting along the rooftops. Uppy is making a very quickened pace over back to the Guildhall areas, as Chitter leads you down to what you presume to be his lab. So, as he kind of ducks through the streets and stuff and leading you over.
Yep, stay close.
Right. Drag us to another new screen here, so. And yeah, as you're walking as well, like, once Uppy leaves, Brandon and Oren kind of grow a little more comfortable. And Oren even just kind of leans over to you one way. Just, you know very well, Muffin, never get on that one's bad side.
Of course.
He seems like such a nice little thing, but I think my bombs are scary.
I kind of want to pick her brain, actually.
Many have tried. Few survive the process. Yes. Come in. Safe inside lab, yes.
I assume you've got all sorts of anti-scrying measures, other protections.
Yes, every lab. First thing labs do usually put up many walls against listening and seeing. How we keep our inventions and projects secret. Don't want people to steal. Yes.
And you said this was your lab? Or Mistress Uppy's?
Mine with some others. Shared lab. Not many can do solo labs. Hard work.
Sure, makes sense.
Come. Can meet other lab members and person Chita was told to bring you to, yes?
Do you want to give us a name or description? Or is it just a wait and see?
Better, they tell you self. They told Chitta to not say too much.
Does Chitta trust?
That's not ominous.
Chitta, they told Chitta, is she friend? Best. They told Chitta,
Look, it's been a while since I've been here, but I understand that information being on a need-to-know basis is kind of the norm around here. Fine. But if we're all supposed to be on the same page, then there's no sense in being secretive. Why not just be straight with us? I know that's a hard thing to come by in this city, but just a little bit of forthrightness would be a really great foot to get off on.
And you hear from around kind of the corner, you hear a female voice that is familiar to two of you only. In fact, actually, maybe none of you. And Seabreeze, your ring is glowing.
I hide it. But also, can I retcon that I was, when Fairtale and I were chronicling, we were going through stories, old stories, and I thought I would pick a different face. And so I took this one before I disembarked. Is that okay?
That's fine. It's fine.
Oh, what was the name we used for her again? It wasn't Cassandra.
Huh?
I'm trying to remember what the name.
Don't think I ever gave her a name.
No, that's not the character it is.
Oh, I'm thinking of the other one. That's right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
This one was like the first.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
This is Whisper.
Oh.
It's been a while.
So I recognize Whisper?
Yeah, you recognize Whisper.
Oh.
So I said you and Anderos probably recognize her because I think Anderos interacted with her. I don't fully remember. I don't think
I
Themor
never
ever saw
met
her.
her in person. No.
Themor did see her.
Themor did.
Because when we were in Galaran and...
Well, Themor met Echo
Evian.
in the other groups. I don't remember.
It was when Evian was going to try and name Whisper to get her under her power.
It was right before
something.
the Arestamar fight.
Right.
And she brought
right.
Themor with her,
Yep.
and they went through the sewers and popped up, and then Whisper was like, called Alton and was like, what do you want me to do with these people?
Yeah. Because that was when Evian was trying to tail Alton, and
Okay, I forgot that. Yeah. So it wasn't.
So
Anderos.
Themor's seen her.
Themor knows her.
Themor's seen her.
Alton
Seabreeze
knows
recognized her. Yeah.
Anderos has only heard of her by name. He has not met her in person.
She just calls out, I told him not to. Call it an old... Few faces I recognize, and some here are new. You did a good job, Chitter.
Thank you. Should I get the others?
In time. Let me welcome our guests first. Go prep your lab and the others.
Oh, okay.
He turns.
Make yourself at home in lab. Just careful of what you touch. Things unstable still. Yes. Yes. Do not wish to blow lab up. Again.
Anderos just shifts over and leans up against this table, arms crossed, staring at Whisper, who he does not recognize.
I appreciate you all answering the call.
I'm assuming you're Anderos, right? She stares pointedly at you.
Well, sort of. At the moment, I'm Ripley Sweet, but... And he brushes his hand across his face, and disguise drops, and Anderos is there. But yes.
I figured. Even in disguise, you still took this form of a captain.
I've been laying low. I haven't been a captain for almost a year and a half. Or so it seems.
I'm the one that's been working with your brother.
to keep things in line here.
And I expect you've also been working with Body Boy.
Yes. Yes.
Is he doing alright? We kind of left in a hurry.
He has his ways of getting around.
That makes sense.
That still hasn't changed about him. Though I suspect you're all very curious as to why I brought well, where the robots are that I had mentioned to Hadrian a week ago.
I think first I'd like assurance we can trust you. Mutual friends and all aside. There's a lot of people acting, well, not in our interests anymore.
If you mean to accuse me of saying that I'm still working in my old role, I've retired, in a way. Much like, well, she kind of looks over. Thought there was another in your group. Well, perhaps I will get to meet them at some point here. If they are out and about, but...
We're very fluid at times like these. Got a lot of information to gather and sights to see. So you retired. You're not in contact with the rest of that group?
I've... trying to leave that life behind. Move on. After events unfolded in Galaran and my reassignment here, I took the chance to go dark, like many of the other agents had. They usually don't take kindly to that,
So we've heard.
been keeping my head down as best I can.
Do you still have a ring?
I do. But through what Alton and Malil have done, we've tampered with it a bit. I still gain a few of its powers, but I've cut all connection with them.
Fair enough. That one seems at least to be operating somewhat in our favor. Though I can't really say I trust one god from another.
Anyway, I believe we could be of a mutual help to each other.
Sure.
I don't wish to see the world rewritten either. I don't much like where my tale would end up.
I'm sure that view was popular among your former group.
I didn't always think that way either. I once longed for the life I once had. I've learned to love the one I have now as well. I've chosen. That what's real is what I've experienced now, and not what was once a chance only even a dream.
That's good to hear. So,
But yes,
about this robot uprising you may or may not have manufactured?
that's... I will leave it to the others in the lab to explain that particular notion. It was real, I assure you, and did give me the perfect chance to bring you here a bit earlier than I expected, but poses a different problem of sorts. Shitter, bring everyone back in.
tell our guests about your group's experiment. Right away. You hear a lot of commotion going on in the back and some banging around as the others, really far away, but do start moving towards you.
Is that a hippo?
Oh my god, it's a hippo man.
Yay! Hippo man! Mr. Moo.
Patrons, I wish to introduce you to our Mir associates here. Bit of a conglomerate joint project with Liaisons, but you've already met Shitter. Shitter just bows his head kind of nervously. And this... I can introduce myself, thank you. I am Dr. Professor Borst Tinley at your service.
Holy shit.
Love
Dr. Professor.
Not a problem. I have earned many degrees in my time. I think it only worthy that I get to display them.
As long as the mind is as distinguished as the titles. We're happy to have you aboard.
It is the guns I have produced, or the weapons I have produced. Which is to say, booming, industrious, inventive.
And the other one?
You see him tinkering a bit with his suit. Name is He bangs on his thing. Garrett.
I mean, I like Glorp.
Call him Glorp sometimes. Translator bugs out.
It is not funny.
Fitting, though. So,
It
sorry.
kind of is a little funny, though.
All right, you know. Garrett.
Yeah, see, it's a little funny.
You have one accident go wrong, and you are forever stuck as Garrett.
Well?
He tried to weaponize slimes and oozes. It, backfired. You mean success? Garrett is better than before. If you say so, my dear Glorp. If you do say so. Now, you are all probably here wondering, how is this lab so magnificent? Wonders. Well, back in my early days,
You know, Professor Doc, here whispers of the robots.
oh, fine. Yes, there was a ordeal. About a week ago, all of our autonomous projects suddenly got up, started walking around and blowing things up, screaming, "Death to the gods!" and all that rubbish. It was a big deal. Got many of the guilds involved, including us. Uppy was very, very excited. New targets, she exclaimed. Perfect to test out new projects. We almost lost half the city to Uppy.
To her alone?
Yes, she did more damage than the robots did.
Huh.
I mean, that tracks.
Well, I'm glad I was nice to her.
Yes, If anyone
Prudent.
scares us, it's her. She is a one kobold lady army. God's the thing she can do with gunpowder. Anyway,
Right. So you had all your
However,
robots go sentient, try to destroy the gods, and, well, it
And then
didn't
they
seem
met
much of a
her.
problem.
Oh, they were still a problem. They learned to avoid her and hide in the buildings, and let her destroy them for them. She blew up so many buildings. The White Order caught wind of it, and sent troops to investigate the chaos and the unauthorized, so they say, use of firearms and explosives. This, of course, was a problem. The council didn't need our automatons screaming death to the gods to a ridiculously religious group, right? Preposterous. So, like any good scientists and artificers and doctors of our class, we came together to devise a solution.
And kind of, but problems, yes. Slight issues with solution. Couldn't get rid of find all the robots in time. So, is it with Mir? Built new device. Yes. Cool collaboration, as it were. Well,
We made the robots go poof. Banish them to another plane. Temporarily. Partially.
How
It still has a few
temporarily?
kinks to work out. Well, we don't know where we sent them, and every so often they reappear and stab or shoot someone, and then they disappear again into the other plane. Minor details.
Minor
And a slight problem with the device needing quite a bit of power and maintenance. It might fail at any time. So we don't know where they are, where they might show up, if they're still here, and when they might or reappear.
What were the numbers like? How many robots are we talking? What kind of firepower do they have? So if this device
Kind of
fails...
varies. There was some mix of just your standard household little, little knick-knack like contraptions that hobbyists here build, little skittering things that deliver butter or, chop limbs off. Minor things. We had a couple bigger ones that could fire off cannons that would normally be mounted on a ship, and a mix in between. We had all sorts of inventions and partial prototypes in the mix. But they all soon learned that the greatest threat was us. And Uppy. Many of them learned to just show up and hide, and Uppy would do the rest.
Okay. So is the problem the robots, or is it the White Order?
Little bit of both. Can't have them all reappear while the White Order is here. Cause chaos, and possibly bring more to try to liberate us, if you could believe that. Joke. No, we can't have that. So, we devised a solution, multiple solutions actually. So, we got Whisper to bring a reputable band of adventurers that she trusted that would stay discreet and to our cause. Step 1. Step 2. Figuring out which course of action they would like to proceed with based on their experiences and skills, and what would be more conducive.
Sorry. Can I interrupt for a second? Let me just make sure I have this right. Your plan was to get people to come to you and then have them figure out the rest of the plan for you.
Well, that's how contractors work in adventurers, right? If I had all of the answers and plans, I would have just done it myself. But I'm a very, very busy scientist.
Dr. Professor.
Yes.
Right, so we're here. That's step 1.
Correct. I'm glad you're able to follow the first step so far. Do I need to explain it again? Perhaps with a demonstration or some pictures.
How you doing over there, Featherweight? Themor? You even listening?
Look, all this talk about robots has kind of gone over my head. Yeah, it sounds like pointing over towards Professor Doctor Professor.
Dr. Professor Boston.
Dr. Professor. I know you're trying to make a best of a bad situation. But maybe we focus on one problem at a time.
That's what we're doing. We're focusing on the problem of the automatons. That's what you're focusing on. We are focusing on getting you to that point, and then we, as a collective, can go about our normal research, which is a little bit behind because of all these setbacks. That's a bit of a problem. I didn't earn my professor and doctorate on setbacks. I earned them on progress.
I love this hippo.
And Garrett, is yours with 1 T or 2 T's?
2 T's. Thanks for asking.
And 2 R's or 1 R?
1 R.
1 R, 2 T's.
And 2 P's when it's glorp.
I cannot express my rage at you.
I'm gonna go with a yes on that one.
Anyway, Dr. Professor Borst. Borst?
That is correct.
Wonderful.
I can write it down or give you an order if you'd like to remember it.
I've got it perfectly memorized. Continue with step 2, please.
Oh, right. So, right. Step 1. Oh, wait, yes, we already did step 1. Step. Devise the way to deal with the automatons with the adventurers present. We have a couple of options. Well, what good plan wouldn't have multiple options depending on your caliber, as it were? Option 1, so subset of step 2, step 2-A. We send you to wherever we sent the robots, and you deal with them there. We don't know where it is, so conditions are unknown, count unknown. Lots of unknowns. 2-B, we disable the device and bring them all here and you deal with them immediately. I don't recommend this one because, well, the White Order would probably get involved, but I feel like I do need to include it for the sake of being thorough. 2-C. We try to tamper with the device and isolate its properties to send them all to one location to be dealt with. That way, we can have a location of your choosing. Though we're not entirely sure to do that quite yet. We would need to get some help from the It may take some time. And, well, there might still be some random robots phasing in and out of existence. And stabbing people, or hitting them. I don't know what robots will do.
Or giving them butter.
Yes, in some rare cases, they gave him an excess amount of butter, which they thought might kill someone. It didn't. Step 2-D. Yes, 2-D. We try to override the device and permanently lock them in whatever plane we lock them in. That also will take some time, and well, since we don't know where we sent them, well, best of luck to whatever we sent them in, yeah? Not our problem anymore. So, step 3. You pick your choice. 3 simple steps.
Right, and we didn't get a full tally of how many robots that is, correct? You're still unclear.
Like anyone here really kept count. And it also depends on what you define as a robot. Some of these things were partially constructed projects, and some might be robots, some are a little more like ornithopterish. Some are more like Tinker Toys.
Are we talking dozens, or are we talking thousands?
Oh, it's got to be thousands.
If you're accounting for everything, probably a couple 1,000.
Right.
That's not including maybe the ones that, up you already blew to smithereens.
Well, there's 7 of us, so
Yes.
I prefer not getting sent to go fight 1,000 robots that would like to eviscerate us and pull our spleens through our assholes, so maybe we don't choose 2-A, yeah?
Alright, I will take that into consideration, but it's still a valid option. I will leave it on the list.
Now, I will table... There are some, well-seasoned artificers among our group. I wouldn't be surprised if they could offer their own expertise to whatever this problem you haven't figured out yet.
Orin just kind of chirps up. Oh, I guess we could try taking a look at the device and in some time, if we could pull in some contacts from the guilds, we might be able to figure out where it sent them. That might give us an idea of a new course of action.
Dad, we have to be careful about who we bring into this.
I know, dear, but this is a device they're saying was a conglomeration between 2 of the largest guilds. I don't know how much just our little band is going to be able to decipher it in any meaningful amount of time.
Dr. Professor, how large of a partnership was it between these 2 guilds? Or was it just us present?
Oh no, it was a mass majority of both of the guilds coming together, working countless hours. Uppy herself was present when she wasn't blowing things up, and so was Orphan. So both the guild's masters were involved. It was a large undertaking that we haven't seen in years. Usually, we like to operate in our own little sects and get our grants and all that. Yeah.
But they've
Deadlines and grants and projects and all.
But now they've deemed it a success and are not helping with the cleanup.
Well, they've kind of delegated it to us to figure out a couple of us. There's a couple of groups trying to think of an idea, but they've left it mainly to us to solve the long term, as it were. They've deemed the initial project a success, that they could deal with a few stabbings here and there, and that's probably fine.
Right.
The council has many other things to do, a lot of projects to work on, and we've been trying to keep up with White Order's schedule and all of that.
The weapons dealing, yeah?
A little bit of that, yes.
Do they have a war camp somewhere nearby? Because we only found out about this little uprising a week ago, and for them to mobilize, get a whole contingent or legion of their troops here, I don't expect they brought them all the way down from Sunbreak.
It was a bit of a collection. I think some of the higher-ups in the guilds had sent out word to the White Order of some uprising, and they quickly mobilized a few troops to somehow. Whether they used some form of teleportation, I don't know.
Do they have a leader, a general of some sort running the group, or are we talking executors are here?
That is above my interest.
Turns to whisper.
Just
And you? Seems like your line of work.
That I can discuss with you a bit.
Fair enough.
You're not going to like your answer.
Yeah, we're told that a lot.
Council, higher orders, in White Order sent them over.
Well, I suppose I can guess in one who it could be, so wonderful. Right, how about we get our esteemed crew here working on the device? Let's get them up to date with schematics and whatever other artificy jargon you need. Get them start working on it. Ideally, we need to figure out where these robots went. Are they a danger where they are? And if they are in somewhere fairly harmless, I would say the best option is just leave them there. Lock them off and be done with it.
that will be determined when if we figure that out. Before I bring down the schematics, I will need anyone who is working on it to sign an NDA.
Really? Red tape here?
Yes.
Look, dude, I get it. This is standard procedure, whatever. I know the name. I know how things work around here, but you're not gonna be surprised that we don't want a record of this shit, right?
Oh, yes, but it's just, common courtesy and proper etiquette here.
Common courtesy is a huge liability for the people that you are recruiting to help you.
Do we want to just kind of abruptly pause the conversation there?